everyone. Welcome to the Village of Washingtonville work session meeting. Today is June 6th. If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just have a few announcements. The Bull Road Culvert project is nearing completion. Sewer line has been rerouted. Concrete culvert was set into place last week. Gas line is scheduled to be replaced at the end of this week. I met with Town Supervisor Rob Geralaman at the end of last week, and I will be meeting with Highway Superintendent Wayne Kirkpatrick to go over the scheduling of paving on Bull Road, Woodfield Drive, and McLaughlin Way, the areas that were disturbed during construction. Please join us to honor Sergeant Lopez's final day on Wednesday, June 29th at 1500 hours or 3 p.m. As his final walkout at the police station. Sergeant Lopez worked for the village since September 2002 and has been a police officer since July 6, 1989, starting at the NYPD. High school graduation is scheduled for Thursday, June 23rd. More information will be available at our regular meeting on June 21st. Annual fireworks scheduled for Friday, July 1st. With the rain date of July 8th. More information to follow in the coming weeks. We do not believe that the culvert at the end of 894 will be complete. I think they're looking at the following, well, if it's the rain date, it will be completed. So that could benefit the whole fireworks schedule, so hopefully it's not completed. Okay, anybody else have announcements?
Do you have any announcements?
Any announcements?
No, sorry.
Okay. New business, authorizing the replacement of the letter of credit being held by the village with respect to Washingtonville Solar, LLC Solar Farm. Stephanie Turner-Midler.
Yes, so this is, I've been working with the Washingtonville Solar LLC developers. They're just looking to replace, they're doing some internal restructuring, so they're looking to replace their letter of credit. It's in the same amount that the village previously held of that $36,570. And I'm just looking for authorization for the village board to accept it, and you can return their original one when they send us. They might have actually already sent us the replacement one.
Okay, it goes to you.
Yeah.
It goes to your office. So we need to read the resolution?
Yeah, so the resolution of Washingtonville Village Board of Trustees authorizing the replacement of letter of credit being held by the village with respect to Washingtonville Solar LLC Solar Farm. Washingtonville Solar LLC, the developer, has posted a certain letter of credit number SB 52056 in the amount of $36,570 for the construction and maintenance of certain stormwater improvements associated with the solar farm located at SBL 119-1-1.1 and SBL 121-1-1.1, and the developer has requested a replacement letter of credit. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved as follows, that the Village Board of Trustees hereby approves letter of credit SB-55614 issued by Nextis in the amount of $36,570. The condition being that if there are any outstanding inspection fees, professional fee invoices, or other fees to the village must be paid in full before we release the original.
Who does the inspection? We do?
John Petrosini, I believe, was involved with the.
From the get-go.
Yeah. So I can I'll check with him to see that all his fees have been paid.
All right, someone want to make a motion to accept or deny? Motion. Second.
I'll second.
Roll call, trustee Kolar,
Yes.
trustee Kolar,
Yes.
deputy mayor Lodato,
Yes.
mayor McCall. Noting that you missed the first one.
I was the first one,
Yeah.
sorry.
But it's fine. Okay, the second, this will be resolution It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
I'll send you a nice typed up version.
Okay. The next one is resolution of the Washingtonville Village Board of Trustees authorizing the replacement of the decommissioning bond being held by the village with respect to the Washingtonville Solar LLC solar farm. Stephanie Turner-Pedler?
Yes, so as we just discussed, the letter of credit with regard to the same solar farm was for the construction and maintenance of their stormwater improvements. This one would provide the village the ability to pull from a bond if they were to abandon the site or otherwise not decommission the site in accordance with village code and acceptable building maintenance code. So they have posted currently a decommissioning bond for $141,498.46, which John Petrosini, the village engineer, has certified as being an appropriate amount to cover the village's costs associated with the decommissioning. So we request that the village original bond number SU 11680022 in the aforesaid amount be canceled and released pending any payment of unpaid inspection fees, professional fee invoices, or other outstanding fees to the village, and that the Board of Trustees hereby approves decommissioning bond number 100627985 issued by U.S. Specialty Insurance Company in the amount of $141,498.46.
Motion to accept?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Roll call. Trustee Kolar?
Yes.
Trustee Kolar?
Yes.
Comfortable? Trustee Sampson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lodato?
Yes.
Very good.
Mayor, do you need me for it? Well, I'm happy to stay.
No, not at all, actually.
Actually get out of here.
You
Should run it sunny
You
out.
could go home, and I explained to Amanda that you will go first because it's by the, it's a little bit more money. Thank you so
Very
much.
good. Thank you, guys. Good seeing you all. Yes.
Everything good?
Everything's great, yeah. Just searching for a home. If anybody sees anything good, let me know. As I told the mayor, I'd be very happy to be neighbors with any of you, so.
Come check out my block.
Actually, across the street from me is an empty house. Or waterfront.
I wrote it down, I did.
You might want to stand back there and take a good look at it. And decide if that's really what you want to
So
do.
choose the next
No,
county.
I'll take your school district. All right, everybody, thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
Have a great night, thank you. I'll send you, clean copies of everything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 3, Amanda Bart, Pride Day, Burn Allen, Saturday, June 25th, the times,
1 to 5.
1 to 5. I did look at the calendar that was on the wall in the main office, and there's nothing.
Nope, not even on the events.
Okay. Joe, you want to explain?
So, I found it's very hard to find local pride events, especially for young people who may or may not drive yet, but they wish to be seen within their own communities. It's very important for young people to feel seen and feel heard within their communities. And so I wrote out this with the high school GSA club today, who I met with at the Moffett Library. These are ideas from the students' mouth. They are very excited to be a part of this. We have volunteers, we have people already searching for vendors, we have offers for live music, we have offers for people who would like to make baked goods, people who would like to make crafts. We have some ideas for how to raise money for our cause, which is the Trevor Project, which is suicide awareness for LGBT plus youth. Basically what has happened is we got together a whole community of people who are already willing to volunteer their time, their craft, their efforts into making what is the hopefully repeating event of Washingtonville for the LGBT youth and adults who wish to be seen within the community.
Jumping at it, honestly.
Yes, they are literally jumping at the opportunity to have this within our own town.
Yeah.
Village.
Village, sorry.
I still get to, I also wanted to
talk to the Moffett Library and see if they wanted to collaborate with us at all and possibly promote their own like LGBT literature and stuff, and maybe even
That's a great idea.
do a little mix and match there and send people their way.
They
as
were
well.
already willing to hang up the flyers,
Yeah.
who I already have someone making they have drawn out the art
Yeah,
and they're
we
just
designed
waiting
it.
for approval.
Yeah, designer already.
What's the schedule look like? I'm curious.
So the schedule would be June 25th from 1 to 5 because we didn't want it too early and we didn't want it too late because they are all mostly going to be high schoolers. We want them to be able to go home to their families for dinner, having a talk about the great day they possibly will have on June 25th.
We've got
A movie after.
movie after we.
Yeah, an LGBT
Next year,
represented
not this
movie.
year, next year, like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See if we
so
can get
we
a
actually
screening
have
of it.
some ideas already lined up. We have ideas that came from the students themselves. They would very much like to see face painting of pride flags of all their different sorts. They would like to see a fashion show of showing off their pride. Basically, whatever flag they feel represented by, they would dress up as best they could, and there would possibly be a prize, which could be something as simple as going to the dollar store and getting a certificate, and just having them present it as like, you were the Pride president,
Yes.
you've done your job. So we have people who have, like I mentioned, already offered to do live music. We have people offering to sing. So setting up a stage or anything like that would be very helpful for us. Printing out something as simple as a rectangle and giving them crayons to draw their own flags.
Yeah. Throw a little individuality
Just
in it.
because we really, really want this to be actually a family-friendly event. We know some prides do get a little more extravagant, and we want this to feel like a community event for people who may have LGBT families. So we want there to be events that are good for kids, good for teens, good for adults.
And thankfully, with contacting the
Yes.
GSA at the high school, we know that of course they usually have little brothers, little sisters.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll pass down the news to the middle school and see what we can do as well.
And I already have one vendor willing to actually come and present their jewelry, one vendor who makes organic cotton candy, and one vendor who does art, who are willing to already come to this event.
There's no sugar in the organic?
I know.
Organic sugar.
Organic sugar, you know, that's sugar in the raw.
Sugar cane, yeah.
Well, that should be interesting.
Last week when they came to present this, you had a whiteboard,
Yeah,
small
the whiteboard.
screen,
Yeah.
just a little bit smaller. than the screen.
A little bit
It's kind of
smaller.
interesting.
Not by much,
Uh,
honestly.
You're looking at a rain date or
I'm
the following day?
assuming, yeah, probably, because this is, June 25th is a Saturday, so we're thinking the 26th could be our rain date,
Sunday's a possibility.
hopefully. And if anything, we would hope for maybe following it up, like into, like not July 1st because you have your fireworks,
Yeah.
but like maybe a following weekend in July.
Is the GSA club, are they helping you set this up?
Yes, I met with them today.
Right, because I'm looking at the calendar and that's the rain date for high school graduation, just in case.
Yeah, there's actually 2 days, the Friday and then the Saturday, so unless it rained twice.
Right.
Which
Um,
happened in 2020.
The worst year ever.
2020,
Not a
yes.
good year, huh?
I know, it's not a good
Not
year.
at all.
So I just wanted, as long as you're aware of that.
Yeah, they brought that to my attention and they were well aware of that as well, and we're just hoping that the weather stays good. If anything, these could be plans for next year, as long as we're approved somehow, but there is a very large group of kids who are already willing to show up. We have at least 30 already planned, children who wish to come.
So fashion show.
Fashion show,
crafts.
live music, crafts, face painting,
Yeah.
anything that's, you know, like, it's just show your pride in
And
whatever
food.
way you can.
And food.
Yes, we have that on here.
Vendors.
Food vendors, I'm going to be contacting the Ice Mother if they would like to come and just hang out in the parking lot for like an hour or two, just to like,
So everybody needs a health permit, which most of these businesses should know. Any food vendors, anybody serving, even if it's home-baked goods, they have to have a permit. Most of the vendors are also used in the farm markets. You could
Mhm.
probably link up to them, and they're already approved, so
Okay.
that might save you some
It's
time.
easy, yeah.
But if you contact, I think it's WashingtonvilleEvents@gmail.com,
mhm.
Okay.
they might be able to, give you some
It's what you
advice on
mentioned
that.
next week, well, this weekend is the farmer's market.
This weekend.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you said you
Check
might go
it out.
down there
Yeah.
to see if
Perfect.
anyone wants
That's-
to carry over.
Yeah, just trot down.
I actually went yesterday, I believe, to the Cornwall, little street fair, and I walked around with the intent to find vendors for our event, which would hopefully be approved. And I did have my friend actually vending there, and though she's busy that weekend, she knows a lot of vendors who are already pre-approved to come and vend.
What about insurance?
Insurance, we could put them with the events. The events committee. I spoke to Rebecca today.
Okay,
to do
good.
that. So that's
Take care of
taken care of. I think you had some questions on the,
Yeah, I have, facility use request forms all filled out, that's easy, it's the actual application for public assembly.
Yes, the
It's
most confusing form of
sorta-
all, I know.
And it looks like there's a lot of stuff to fill in that others would have to fill in.
We'll help you out with it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Now, the community events committee is meeting tomorrow, Thursday,
Oh.
at 7, right? Thursday at 7.
That's right,
So if you wanna come in,
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
Yeah, that would be great.
that would be great. It's Thursday at 7.
I won't be.
Right here, right here. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Maybe I'm going to into the laser
So at least you can
Where is the
come to one of the
swim-
meetings
where's
and
swimmies?
talk to us. I'll give them a heads up. All right.
That's a great idea.
So,
So, got a lot done in a short period of time.
Yeah,
We just,
it was mostly her, she hustled.
I hustled.
Are you planning to go grads, high school grads?
Yeah.
All right, okay, come back and do it in the community, that's what I'm talking about.
I've lived here my whole life pretty much. I've been here since '98.
Oh, wow.
General Blooming Grove, Washington area,
Okay, welcome home. That's what we need, involvement with the young people, with the young folk.
yeah, would be nice. So,
okay, so want to make a motion?
So pending all of the,
Pending all.
Depending on the,
Yes. Trustee Kolar?
there's food, I'm going.
I'm interested in the
I'm just
organization.
gonna bring the regular
Yeah,
sugar.
I wanna see what's going on. If there's something healthy, I can eat that sweet.
You can never tell if I eat candy, can you? I have one in my living room.
I don't care about that.
Candy, trustee Sampson.
yes.
Trustee Kolar?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lodato?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, last on the agenda, number 4, annual compliance. Trustee
Yes.
Sampson.
So, there's a couple of things with the annual compliance. There are several units that we have to complete in order to meet with the state mandates that we comply with, right? So we have, workplace violence prevention, discrimination and harassment prevention, bloodborne pathogens, hazard communications, for those that apply. So it's anyone who is a volunteer, she said, I talked to Stacy Humans via email, and board members and employees. So I will start to assign this out this week.
Well, I think the employees are already under that, right? Because DPW has all of that training.
You have to do it every year.
No, I know.
Yeah.
We did it last year on law.
They did it last year, now they have to do it again, so it has to get assigned. Now, the police department handles it on their own, they have their own thing. But the board has to do it, the clerks, DPW, everybody else.
What about the boards?
And the planning board, the zoning board, and probably the community events committee as well. So we'll let them know that,
Anyone who's involved
yeah,
with the
with the village. Okay, but, second part to that, so that's the state mandated training. Now, Hudson Valley IT has assigned training to all of us with an email address. So we have to complete those units as well for safety's sake. So we have 8 ways to strengthen and secure your passwords.
Roger Terry took that.
If you took it, you're fine,
Yeah.
but a lot of people did not take
No,
it.
it was, we just got it, right, recently?
And a lot of people have not completed it.
Oh,
Okay, so that's why I'm
Who
announcing
are
it.
those
Really
people?
have
You don't want the list. The list is long. COVID-19 campaign notification message, 2022 Kevin Mitnick security awareness training, captain awareness foil fishing, and don't be Dave.
yeah.
So please,
Don't be Dave.
don't be Dave. It's a cute little video. And some of these are like 15 minutes long. So everybody's got to do who's employed by the village, who has an email, which is now everyone. So your guys are getting assigned because he forgot that they had those emails now. So everybody's got to complete that.
Wow.
And it's really good.
We have to get new ones, new guys too.
Yes, so I just need to make sure that I have their names. So we're good, so we've got to make sure that we do the state mandated and the IT. So we're not in trouble.
Okay,
Can I just, should I mention anything that we spoke about today?
sure.
We met with, let me get this, Martha Pereira and Alma Gonzalez about a couple of things that they'd like to do in the village. One of them is the week of June 20th, they'd like to have senior week throughout the village with anything blue, yellow, gold, whatever. They're gonna ask businesses to decorate the windows, as much as possible. Alma's gonna do a lot of decorating with balloons, but if anybody's interested in decorating, let's see what else. Alma also asked, she's gonna submit the paperwork June 18th through the second week in August. I said I would run it by you guys. It's called a yarn trail.
A yarn? As
Trail.
in, okay, yarn trail.
So-
Yeah, biggest thing.
It's kind of like, I guess the only way I could explain is like a wine trail. So you're going to different places throughout the state, almost like a scavenger hunt type of thing. And you go and you'll get swag bags and things like that, but this is with yarn. So, knitters, crocheters, things like that go to the various locations. She would be the only one in this area that does it. There's apparently nobody from, I don't know, all ends of New York that don't do it. So she would like to do that, and here's the request. She would like to, I guess, what would you call it, almost, just decorate the tree in the center of the village
With yarn?
Like literally throwing balls of yarn into the tree. And I said I would, ask you guys what you thought about that.
It would have a sign so people know what's up.
Yeah,
So-
otherwise, you're gonna hear complaints online, like what happened to the tree?
Yes.
This goes from Saugerties all the way to Port Jervis,
Wow.
Danbury, Connecticut.
It was like, yeah,
The yarn trail?
And so, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking
So
about.
she said that they had it last year, it wasn't advertised, but people visited the stores, which are all rented out, by the way, in the village, which is good to know. And saw at least 3 people going into the stores, more than normal.
And it's gonna be
So it
6
brings
weeks.
people,
Yeah.
6 weeks, yes. It brings people
People
into the
curious.
village. Yeah, I think they're gonna ask the stores if they could give discounts. That's on them.
Right, yeah. Something
I think
different,
it's a
something
neat
new.
idea.
Yeah, so she asked if she could put a banner in front of the tree in the village with yarn into the tree.
Maybe she'll have like a big event where kids can toss
Yeah.
them
I
together.
think that's what they
Oh, yeah,
they
I
do,
know that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We gotta be careful to get hit by a car or anything, that's not.
No.
I can't imagine someone throwing a yarn ball into the tree and it not like going into traffic.
We have to
or
stand
anything
on one
like that.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make sure they aim.
We gotta warn the people driving who might get hit by a yarn ball.
How does it get cleaned up? So
That's
long
what I
as
was
they
thinking
twine in
about.
the tree,
And then if it gets wet,
which it will.
yeah, oh, it's inevitable, it's gonna rain.
Could be the
somewhere.
start of the holiday decoration.
Yeah, right.
And then how does all this yarn get out of there?
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what we asked.
Is that a DPW thing?
DPW responsible or
Or
is
scissors, I guess.
Scissors, lots of scissors,
And
right?
patience.
Well, scissors, and we might need a bucket truck, because I
Yeah.
mean, depending how high they
we need a
throw.
bucket truck or they need a bucket truck?
Yeah, I don't know how high you can.
I
throw
know,
it.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
why
how
I'm
high you
asking
can
you
throw it.
guys, but,
It'll go at the top.
oh, yeah.
I got good arms.
It'll go over the top.
Yep.
I got a good arm.
I see a lot landing on that line.
I see a lot landing on cars and somebody
Throwing it up,
getting in
so
trouble.
here comes the
The
wind,
hole on their roof.
throwing it up on the,
I'm trying to have fun with it, but I needed to run it by you guys.
I don't know.
I love the idea of the,
I was trying to think of an alternative way to,
What about one of the trees in the park?
I was gonna say switch the location to
Versus
Vern Allen
downtown.
as opposed to the one right there, because that 94-208 intersection can be dangerous, so maybe
Well, that's what I was
somewhere in one
thinking.
at Vern Allen, yeah.
Well, what kind of our trees on the side here, we can decorate them?
Oh, yeah, village, why don't they do the village hall?
Yeah, right over here, 3 trees we planted, 4
I
trees.
think it's,
Little bows out of yarn, make bows in time for the tree. Kinda like
so
the yellow
basically,
ribbons
want me to
around the-
suggest a different location.
Yeah.
Because we're worried about that.
we're worried about.
Yeah, about traffic,
Thank you.
safety,
I'm going in there tomorrow.
splat factor.
So yarn, and then we start throwing, oh, throw cans of Coke.
You know what's funny is I was
No,
thinking
that's
the same
fine.
thing, like.
That was
what
gonna be in
about
October.
You see Troy looking
like-
for the trees and
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah.
heck, somebody mix,
Okay.
mix things up.
But everyone is on board with it.
Yes.
As long as not the tree in the village, in the middle of town.
Right, well, we'll ask for different
Location.
Maybe it could be Veterans Hall. Yeah, a lot of areas.
Yeah.
So. Give some butters.
Okay, anybody want to add to?
The only question is, any follow-up with the design here? Have we heard anything?
They came in just last week, so it should be in by the end of this week, maybe next week.
Preliminary drawings or?
They were taking pictures and everything.
Awesome.
Great. And then we can move forward with the sale of the police station.
Have we decided who yet or not?
I don't think, we didn't decide who.
Should we do that tonight while we're here or wait for another meeting?
But I think we have to put out, we could put out a request for the proposal. Okay. Motion to adjourn? Second?
Oh, have it, give it to Liz. Sorry.
What's that?
Nothing, give it to Liz. For the second. No, but she said it.
But she can get like,
Am I gonna throw some yarn in her? Tyra?
Got you.
trustee Kalor,
Yes.
trustee Sampson.
Yes.
Trustee Kolar.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lodato.
Yes.
We're going to executive session.
Thank you.
We will not be coming out. Thank you for attending. Please arrive home safely. Please enjoy this nice weather. Well, until tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow's good. Wednesday.
Oh, tomorrow's good? Oh.
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Oh.
It is?
Yeah, they said like a shower in the afternoon.